has separate blocks with their separate backyards. They have major plazas within. They have side streets, and they have a surrounding landscape which is very attractive. An artificial lake in this end, huge restaurants along the street. And again, it's giving a menu for the users in the same way as you can do when you're working in the town. This is a school we recently did in Oslo for 8,000 students. In a way, it is a vertical campus. And in the same manner, we tried to use the town. We looked upon it as part of the town. 4 blocks, internal streets, public plaza, spreading out from the public street, the main street, side streets in all directions, and auditoriums and classrooms like buildings under this huge roof. Quite narrow lanes, so that people had to be pressed together. Bridges in many, many different forms, and lots of side lines from the upper floors to the lower ones. Huge terraces, lots of terraces, and combined seats for studying and socializing, flirting and eating. And I think that if we should get the whole city building or town building to live, we have to look at it as a part of an interior. We have to look at it as a building. We have to look at the town as a building where we can find many, many different activities combined. We need the city section, and we need the activity from the anchor tenants in the shopping mall, and we need to see the whole thing in that context. This is another project we are working at the moment. 2 huge shopping centers are going to be a new urban center for a town of 80,000 people, and enhance the other activities to get some kind of an urban fabric which will be inviting for everybody. The entrance in either end, public plaza in the middle with the church as a dominating element, the culture house, the sports hall, which is here today and which you can't see from here where parking is today, which is, in a way, we have taken a rope and tied it right into the middle of the plaza. Grab it and take it with us, because that kind of activity is extremely important. And then lots of sidelines and the main plaza, Main Street. And again, we have the city section, residential on the top, offices in the middle, shops, and lots of activities on the ground floor. The size of the plaza is very important. This is a public center for 80,000 people, quite a few people coming here. 43 meters, that's the width of, that's what we need to get the sun to hit the plaza. And that's the most important thing in Norway. Church in the end, new cultural building, hotel, etc. This is the last project I'll show you. This is Akebrygge and Kjølen, 2 competitions again. This is developed in a former yard close to the center of Oslo, really in position. Again, we try to retain the scale. I haven't been talking about the scale. The scale is evident in a town like Kaunas. And again, we try to have neutral buildings standing up and forming plazas and streets. Short facades like this, getting lots of sight lines from the fjord and into the public plaza, which is in the middle of the Piazza Lavoro, so to speak. The form of the development gives seven legs in a way. The town hall in Oslo, which is a very important, very nice building, situated here, opening up the whole of the fjord. And that gives back to the fjord and parkland, and it says that we have to build on the water. We have to build buildings with 45 meters of pillars going down to the solid bedrock. We are establishing a channel right in the middle of the new development here, and we have a sequence of plazas coming from here, stretching out to a new plaza here, a new plaza there, and another one here, right out to the brink of the precipice, so to speak. Lots of sight lines, because when we are out here, we can be free. We don't have to work with the old property borders, which we do when we are in the city. We can talk. And hence we have achieved 2 kilometers of walkway on this new project here, just by using water in all kinds of manners. Different quays, different landscaping, narrow and wide. And then we try to take the traffic and bring it from the one side to the other, from the morning sun to the evening sun. We are inviting them by putting an hotel here. Small plaza and a bigger plaza. Those are the main plazas. And these are the anchor tenants. Firstly, we need to get them to cross the bridge from the existing main plaza. And we need to attract them here. And then we have to have another attraction coming here, so that we can get them from the morning sun to the evening sun. Then we have to get them out really to the end of the development, and that's the most important. Otherwise, this combination of residential and offices, private residential, would tend to privatize the whole development. And that's the horror of doing big developments in town. So you need to have anchor tenants all the way to prevent this small island to be a private island for the few. This is the wind study, which is extremely important in Norway, and I know that it is very important also in Kaunas. And we have to form the buildings so that all kinds of tranquility can be established. The scale again, and the neutral buildings making, in a way, plazas and streets all over. And not separate buildings, but blocks. In winter, we need to invite people inside. And the typical public plaza inside would be the hotel foyer, and the theater foyer, and of course the cinema foyer. Yeah. This is a typical residential building. We are finished by now, where we have a private garden on top and lots of public activity on the ground floor, because it is very important that the public activity can be free, so that you don't have a feeling of disturbing what's going on in the floors above your head. You must not feel that you are intruders in the private realm. Typical office building, which is not a normal office building when you are allowed to build office buildings on sites like this. And this building we are dealing with now, that's the residential block, looking out in all directions, sitting on water. You can have your fishing rod here and just leaving town. And again, it's a play with water. Thank you.